welcome back to our studio kitchen on this Food City Friday. We're continuing our conversation on nutrition that supports brain health. And we have registered dietitian Kirby and Moir here with us today, going through all this great information. I'm learning a ton.
Yeah, I think the brain health, as we talked about earlier, maybe not top of mind until we start experiencing those things. So some preventative tips and nutrition to add into your weekly meal planning.
And of course, last segment, we got some great recipe ideas. Today, we're talking now kind of more snacks, maybe breakfast things, other ways that we can get these nutrients.
Yes, and these are two kind of key nutrients to keep in mind. I'm going to keep mentioning inflammation. So oftentimes what happens as we age, our body does not handle daily inflammation that just naturally occurs in our body. So something that we can do is increase our antioxidant intake. And one of the best sources of antioxidants is vitamin C. So when we think about vitamin C, we're typically thinking fruits and veggies. I love to mention berries or cherries, and we think about colors lots of times. So anything that this deep red or purple hue typically is going to have what's called anthocyanins, which is another anti-inflammatory agent, and they're also going to be rich in vitamin C.
Nice.
Now, vitamin C is water soluble. We can't store it in our body, which means if we're not taking that in daily or every few days, we know we're missing out on those nutrients, and that means our body's going to be more susceptible to that inflammation.
And I love that you're using frozen fruit because it's good then all year long, these frozen cherries.
Yeah, and you know, sadly, we at Food City, we keep our seasonal stock. You know, we just went through the Northwestern cherry season. We had those beautiful cherries, but if you're looking for some more sustainable long-term options, I love frozen fruit, especially for smoothies or smoothie bowls. And to your point, you can get some of those tropical or exotic things year round. So I recommend doing a mix. We actually do have a blend that features cherries, blueberries, and raspberries, but I love the dark pitted cherries. This goes great with banana. If you want to do chocolate protein powder, you can also throw that in there. But we want to get at least a cup serving of that frozen fruit whenever you're mixing up your smoothies. I also topped it off with a little bit of almonds, some chia seeds, so we're powering in what we talked about earlier with those omega-3s. So anytime, again, we keep mentioning most of these nutrients are going to have multi-body effect. So we're, again, getting some of that inflammation, which is going to help with our brain health.
And you used this to go ahead and give it the liquid?
Yeah, I use oat milk, almond milk, regular milk, or water. It's really what you prefer, but that's just a quick option. There isn't any inherent brain benefit for that this morning, but just a quick option. I like that because it's a little bit more of that nutty flavor, which I think pairs really, really well with our berry.
I love that. That looks delicious. And a great way to grab a quick breakfast. Especially if you need something on the go to give you those vitamins and minerals.
Absolutely.
To boost this.
And for snack time.
I need help in the mornings. Get this thing going. Okay, and then over here, this is really fun.
Yes, and I've shared this recipe with you guys before because it is one of my favorite kid-friendly and adult-friendly snacks, but what we're featuring here is called flavanols. And flavanols, again, some of these things you're like, I don't find this on a nutrient label, right, Kirby? Like, I can't look on the back of the pack. This is going to be color related, but another anti-inflammatory benefit. We find this in options like berries, grapes provide it, dark chocolate, green tea, again, going to offer some of that anti-inflammatory benefit. So I love to feature grapes in a fresh trail mix. So I have a little bit of cheese in there for protein and calcium, some almonds, and then some dark chocolate. And if you are shopping for dark chocolate, you want to make sure you're getting 70% or above, and that is going to have the higher amount of flavanols, but it's also going to be lower in added sugar. It is a bit bitter, but it's a really nice treat to feature in for desserts. And if you're doing holiday baking, you can kind of mix in some dark chocolate to, again, get some of that brain boosting benefit.
And I feel like when you're pairing it with different things like this, it really does work.
Yes.
It's like, I don't know, maybe the sweetness from the grape kind of mixes in, or it just doesn't seem as bitter when I'm mixing it with other things.
Yeah, sweet, savory, and salty, which when I'm snacking, that's really what I'm looking for. And I love that this is a fresh, easy component. Works, again, great for children or adults. But what we're getting here is flavanols from the grapes and the dark chocolate to help power up, again, that anti-inflammatory benefit.
I've never done a trail mix like that.
Oh,
that's just the fresher that has the fresh fruits or the cheeses and things like that.
Super simple. Works great with berries as well. But since we're doing that over here, figured grapes would be another one to spotlight. And it is grapes of all color. I mentioned that earlier. So red and green are both going to have those flavanols. So a great snack time feature.
Oh my goodness, that looks wonderful. So we got salmon, we've got snacks, we've got great recipes and smoothies, and we're all powering our brains a little bit better.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Kirby. Some great information. For more on this and other recipes, you can always go to foodcity.com. And of course, for these recipes, they will be posted on WJHL.com under the daytime section.